biggest station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TFCU Energy Studio.
The Rule and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
All right. So for those of you who are just tuning in, the topic of Eric's life has come up a lot in the last couple of days.
Who knew?
Because his family is moving from a high-rise back into a house, and this house is in a neighborhood, which to Eric's surprise has an HOA, which he never had to deal with. So we did HOA calls. We talked about all that. Now, there is a stat, Eric, that you have your own category in the stat.
Oh,
It
no.
is about when you move into a neighborhood and you get to meet the neighbors, how much do you trust the neighbors? And I feel like Eric is that guy that if he's coming to your neighborhood, you are like, oh my gosh, you're so fun. You're Eric from the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric. And the whole time you're talking to him, he'll be mentally tapping his toe like, when are you going to shut up so I can go back inside and drink my bourbon? No, it's not about trusting. It's about just want to be left alone.
I like my alone time.
That's true.
I'm more
You
of a
like to be in the
loner.
cave.
Like I grew up in the country, with
Nobody
around me, and my parents would go to dinner. Like now, it's funny. I would give pretty much almost anything just to spend one more night with my family, my mom and dad.
Yeah.
And then I think all those times I just blew them off. Hey, come to dinner with us. No, I just want to stay home and watch Golden Girls or something.
Yeah.
Play Nerf basketball.
Well, 44% of adults say they trust all or most of the people in their neighborhood. 46% say they trust some of the people in their neighborhood. 9% don't trust anybody who lives in their neighborhood. And then there's Eric, who doesn't care because he doesn't want you talking to him.
I find it interesting that anybody out there listening or us, like, you spend all this money on a house and you don't really vet the neighbors. Like,
You
I
do.
have no
You need
idea.
to do
It's very
that
hard
work.
to
I
do
know,
that.
like an orthodontist, like 5 houses down.
Mm-hmm.
Just my kids' teeth and that and stuff.
But it's very odd,
but I
Eric.
don't know,
You
like,
can't
the
go
people-
knock on the doors and be like, hi, can I see your face and your name? What do y'all
But
do for a
now-
living? Who are
yeah,
you? What
all
do you
the-
do?
With all the tools that we have, AI, ChatGPT, you can start doing the recon work. You know, you can actually study who lives in your neighborhood. Are there registered sex offenders in my neighborhood?
I always look that one. up.
You know, what are these people like that are right next door to me on my
I mean,
left and my right?
You drive around, but you don't know until
Right, until you're in it.
Yeah, I almost wish you could It should be a rule where you can stay in that, but then you'd be a squatter. But you could stay there for 2 nights.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, the
Like a test
mattresses have
drive?
that 30-night sleep rule. Like, you can sleep on the mattress for 30 nights or 60 nights, and then you return it if you don't like it. Too bad with even cars. You can have a car for 3 days.
By the way, what do they
and
do
you have
with
the right
all
to
those?
return the car.
Yeah.
What
What
do
do
they,
they-
Texas?
What do they do with those used mattresses? Because they've had for 30
They
days.
discount 'em.
Somebody's been sweating on those things
Maybe
for 30
discount-
days.
Yeah, I'll take $300
Discount
off if it was only 30
You would
days.
sleep on a bed. Well, I guess we do when we go to
100%.
hotels.
Yeah, hotels.
We're laying on a bed that thousands of people have slept in.
Right. You were going to say, what about the...
I can't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. We were talking about the taking away the house. Like, if you could, not taking away, but taking back the house. Like, 3 days at the lemon law or whatever the
No, I
car
was just
thing
saying,
is.
like
Not lemon law, but
like my high rise, because I'm up high, that you can the
hence
sound.
the sense of the term of the high
Yeah,
rise.
but some people are like on the 5th floor.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. If I'm on a high rise, I want to be
All the way up.
Yeah,
high up
15
there.
or something.
I was in like the 20th, and then you could hear the sound travels. So all of a sudden,
From the other units?
no, just from like motorcycle or something there.
okay.
I'll hear like some guy in a car. I'm like, ooh, you're really turning us on. Ooh, we're so impressed.
Oh, the
Wow,
guys
look-
that rev
look at
their
you.
engine.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
annoying.
What do
So
these guys
annoying.
think? They just think they're so cool.
They're
that-
trying to compensate for something that's small.
If you know an engine rever guy, and you know who you are, you text us at 37530.
Do you think you're that cool? Like everyone is.
Are you doing it because you think everyone wants to hear your engine?
Women are just taking their panties off, throwing them at you. It's like, oh yeah.
He's the kid that had
What
the big wheel and you go brum brum.
Here's to you, engine rever guy. You're a D-bag. Nobody likes you.
But that stuff will like
and nobody cares.
where the fire trucks go, or just it travels up.
Just want to make sure the
But I never
noise is
do
not
that.
bothering you.
But
you get used to anything.
How are you comparing that though
Or
to
like
your
trains,
new
like-
neighborhood? Is it a very
I'm just
quiet
saying,
neighborhood?
I don't know. I mean, I drive by, but I'm never there at 2 in the morning.
You are so right about the train.
Trains, you ever like to? You notice
Every
this-
morning at 2:00 in the morning, I hear the train and the horn for some reason. I mean, it's not far. It's maybe a mile from my house, and that thing wakes me up every single night.
Yeah, stuff like that you don't think about. Like
Well,
a lot of times
you-
they'll do showings. If they do showings only from
This
like
time
2
to
to
this
5,
time.
you're like, what's going on at 6 o'clock?
Well, you do know.
or,
I mean,
or 1. Why are they never doing it 2?
Look, some of this stuff is obvious. If you're going to buy a house that is 2 houses in from a feeder road to a freeway, you know you are not buying a quiet house.
That's what Kevin said because he's in the Heights and he's You can hear the
But
traffic.
they build those
Yeah.
gigantic sound walls.
doesn't-
Still ain't gonna.
Still not going to cover that. And, if you're buying a house near a train track or you're buying a house near a school, when school is in session, there are going to be tons of cars around your house and your neighborhood and kids walking.
The summertime, you buy a house and you don't realize
How close it is to the school, or this is where the parents will park because they can't park near the school, so
Yeah.
they're parking on this street. You got to ask questions if there's a school near your house and how far away it is.
That's a good point.
Because a lot of the streets, and what I've noticed since I've become a parent, is the one or two streets directly near the school are blocked off, like you can't park here to pick up your kid. So then parents will go 4 and 5 streets down, which means those people who were 5 streets away from a school when they bought that house, they were probably thinking, oh, it's fine. But you didn't realize that every day at between 2 and 4 o'clock, it's going to be craziness, Grand Central Station at your street, because of whatever time the school gets out.
Another thing to think about too is if all of a sudden you move in and you see a family and they got like 4 kids and they're like 8, 10, 12, 14,
Okay.
and like the next
When they
10
start
years,
driving.
A couple years, they're going to be
also
hell raising teenagers.
No,
and
the cars.
There's a
They're going to have so
bunch
many
of-
cars.
the
bunch of
cars, yeah.
You never know. I mean,
they'll start driving.
Some kids might have to share cars and stuff, but you
Sure,
never
but
know.
you have to think about that.
Just more cars on the street.
And actually, that's a good point. There's
things you don't think about.
There's a house that used to be near me that I remember when I was shopping the neighborhood, I noticed how small and short the driveway was because of the way the house was positioned on the property. I was like, man, that has a really short driveway. It only fits like one car. And the family that moved in had 3 boys who then grew up to be driving teenagers, and their cars were always
all around.
My friend that lived on that street was like, oh my God, always parking in front of my house. And I'm like, oh, that's something else to think about.
Why do we all get so, like, I'm the same way.
Mad if somebody parks in front of your house.
Yeah, it's like you don't own that part, but you feel like you own it.
Be like, who's that?
It's a weird feeling,
Who's
though.
in my house?
Sometimes
Who's
I
that?
come out and I'm like, who is it? Who does this belong to? Why is it in front of my house right now?
Oh, how about this one? I'm going to throw this one to you guys. I didn't think to ask this until you just said this. When somebody's walking up your sidewalk or your driveway, are we all like,
Yeah.
who is it?
What do you do? Yeah.
Right? Like bulldogs. Okay, so I got back from the vacation. Obviously, what's happening in Central Texas has devastated everybody. And you've seen green ribbons on trees. And really what those are plastic tablecloths. And I mentioned to you guys on Thursday, or was my first day back? Yeah, Thursday.
Yesterday.
That I was trying to get some, and they were sold out in a couple of dollar stores around here. And after the show, and I'd gone home to have lunch with the kids, and my daughter said, Mommy, I think one of my friend's neighbors said that she has a box on her porch of these green tablecloths. We can go get one. And I'm familiar with the family, but they're not in my contacts. And we were 1 street away from that house when she was telling me that. And she
You
goes,
could
just go
walk
down
right-
the street and go get the tablecloth.
And you know they got a Ring camera. Everyone's got those cameras with.
So listen,
Doorbells.
what's going on right now with the all of it, the flooding, the loss. I mean, everyone is very much community, and it's like, yes, come get this or show this. And so I thought, okay, whose house is it again? Where are we going? And she goes, it's right there. It's that one in the corner. Okay, fine. So I've met this couple twice, maybe, and I thought, okay, well, let me just go see if there's a box on the thing, because my daughter swore there was a box. She saw the box. I go, I don't see a box. She goes, no, I swear it, Mommy, there's a box right there. There's a box right there. So I was like, okay, fine. So I park the car and I get out of the car and I walk up and I'm walking towards the house. I don't see a box. I do not see a box. And I'm thinking,
What do I do?
These people are already poking their head out from like walls in their house. Like, who's that lady? Why is she walking up our street? I mean, our yard. And then I got like halfway and I just chickened out. I was like, I don't see a box. I see a UPS delivery box. I don't see a
Yeah,
box
like,
for me to go
get
dig a
that-
green
yeah, open
tablecloth
that
out
one.
of. And then I was thinking, now, am I supposed to go to the doorbell now because I've clearly made it too far close to their house to say, ding dong, bing bong, hey there, I was just coming up to get this green tablecloth that my daughter told me you had, that you don't have, and it's fine you don't have it, but I didn't want you to think I was some weirdo that was just
you
about
did that?
scoping out. I was debating, should I do that?
wouldn't do that.
And I just walked back to my car, and I don't know if they watched me or not. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they got their ring alerts, like there's some chick
Yeah,
in their
ring.
front yard, and like, what is she looking at? Because how weird would
Some
that
lady
be?
with
That would be your mystery.
Red hair, brown hair. We can never tell what color
Yeah.
hair this
Yes,
lady has. It
that would
changes.
be your mystery, Eric. You would talk about that on the show when you got to your new house. You go, some lady parked her car. I could see her kids. And then she walked up to my street and she was looking at my porch. And then she was looking at my yard. And then she turned around and she walked away. What did she want? What was she
She's
doing?
casing the place.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what you're in those middle moments where, like, am I supposed to just go forth and just tell them, hey, I'm here, and it's call it off the dogs, there's nothing I'm here for, or just act like I never did it, but now they're wondering, what was that lady
I'm
looking
so paranoid now because I'm watching that Mindhunter finally.
Oh, isn't that so good?
Is that a
There's
murder mystery
It's
show?
on Netflix.
I don't know the show.
It's about the origin of how they discovered serial killers.
They
Okay.
study them, but there's the
Is it fact or fiction?
BTK.
It's
killer.
mostly fact.
Mostly
It's
fact.
dramatized.
BTK killer. Like he worked for like a security system, so he would go into your house, and so he would look around and stuff. So it makes me paranoid when people go in my house. I'm like,
Lord.
this person going to case my house? Is it?
Yeah.
Gonna...
I have utility workers in my backyard. They're laying like some kind of cable line or something, and I'm like, I didn't even give them permission to come in my
You watch
yard.
these shows, and you start thinking about people like
Your mind starts,
never know.
overanalyzing.
They say there's what 55 serial killers out there right now. Probably more, probably hundreds.
Yep.
And what constitutes a serial killer? Like
They've
more
killed
than
more
two?
than two people.
More than two. Okay. Somebody said every real estate agent that listens to your show is screaming at Eric right now because we all feel like friends, and realtors do not like when their friends use other realtors. I don't know why. I don't get it though, because your wife is a realtor.
Yeah, she does, but she doesn't do it. She just does it for herself. Like when we buy land or something, if they're going to build a house or something.
To the text that sent us out, are you saying that because I said Eric doesn't like talking to people?
No, I like people. I just
He likes you. He just doesn't.
that's the
want
hardest
to
part in a
listen
high
to you for
rise.
too
You have to
long.
talk to like the guy downstairs, or you see people. I'm like, sometimes you just want to go to Shipley's in your pajamas.
And you don't want to have to converse
I
with
don't
the
think
anybody.
go down the
drive-thru where
elevator,
nobody saw
walk
you.
by a bunch of people, walk by an old guy and push the guy over in his
But
little.
that's why your love is now. You can get in your
walker.
pajamas. You can be in your pajamas and jump from your back door to your driveway to your car. Nobody
True.
saw you in your PJs. Go through the drive-through of Shipley's. And
Exactly.
come back and nobody saw you.
Yep.
Instead, when you meet your new neighbor guys and it's Eric, make sure you tell him all about your dreams. He loves dream
Dream
talk.
talk.
I'm hoping I don't get a
He
neighbor.
loves the dream talk.
If I got a neighbor that listens to the show, I don't know about that.
713-278-VENT.
That'd
That's
be
our
dangerous.
listener line number. If you ever run into Eric and you were like, you could just tell he was counting the
Speaking
seconds.
of
so you
listener
shut up.
lines,
Yeah, we got some listener lines. We
got some good
group
ones.
therapies and
we
somebody.
have some group therapies. I have actually, if you'd like, I have one where they attack me, Rula, and Eric.
Wow, look at
the
that.
trifecta.
It's the hater line. You'll hear it next.
No, we got some good stuff
Did
too.
a mod call?
Yeah, mod.
Why don't you just tell us you turned your mic on so we saw it? Go ahead.
All right, we're going to check in with the listener line next on the Rula and Ryan Show with Eric.
It's KRBE. The Rula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Okay, I have to say, you guys on text are killing me at 37530 because I did not realize until I told that story of me trying to go up to that lady's porch and then giving up and not going to the porch. Somebody said, Rula, you are probably plastered on somebody's next door app and you're all over their group page. Like, what was this lady doing? Was she trying to be a porch pirate?
Oh, yeah.
Because I said there was a box on their patio from UPS. And I was like, that's not a box of tablecloths. That's a box that's delivered. No, I don't know. And another person said, what are the chances that the house you went to recognized you from the show? And now they're wondering, what the hell is Rula doing in front of our house?
Yeah, what's she doing? Or they have the photo of you and they said, look at this lady. Does anyone know this lady? This lady must be stealing. Oh, and someone's like, I think that's Rula.
Well, I went up to the house, but I didn't go up to the house. And then I said,
And it's
no,
probably
let's
a
just
weird
get out of
angle, too.
here.
It's like-
Show host by morning.
Like you saw a bug.
Criminal
You're
by
scratching
day.
it
Yeah,
in your nose. Looks like you're picking your nose
Well,
or
I
something.
didn't get close enough to their door. Remember, I only walked halfway up their front sidewalk, and then I was like, no, I'm going to go back out. I'm going to go back to the car.
Some of these invent cameras that are closer to the curb, like curb cameras that are in the curb. 'Cause
Oh.
when bad guys pull up, you can't get their license.
Yeah, you know like
Oh,
the-
mine you can.
You know like those dugout cams
You can
on
see the
baseball
license.
games?
For sure.
How
Third
do you
base
get
cam?
I have like a really like high tech camera, and you can
But
read.
you get that angle?
It's. I've got
What are
cameras all
most
over the place.
Things are straight, like a house. Like I'm talking about a street that's straight.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, you have it on your the camera's on your house, and the ring. It doesn't. You can't pick it when it.
The ring
Goes
usually does
across.
not get the license plate. It's too, if it's like infrared at night, the license plate is like
Yeah, it's
blurred
kinda
out or
blurry
it's
as the sun-
whitened up or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, like an MLB, it's not the dugout cam. I call it that, but it's like the third base cam or the second
Yeah, when
base
they put it
cam.
in like the pylon for football, they put a camera in there during the Super Bowl.
Can't we do something like that? Can't we make that more
The problem
like
is you
cost
gotta have
effective?
Wi-Fi, and you got to have
Oh, it was
battery and
raining.
stuff.
Sorry, the signal was out. Okay, well, you have a lot of things to say to us via the listener line at 713-278-VENT.
Who gets attacked first?
8368.
I'll take the first hit.
A lot of people listen to our show on the app later in the day. They'll listen live. They'll listen all kinds of different times of the day, and then it triggers them to call that line.
And I'll just say, Ryan, earlier this week, somebody attacked Justin Timberlake saying he sucks.
I know, just
So randomly,
so
right?
arbitrary.
At least you're in good company.
Yeah. So the listener line is 713-278-VENT. We're finally getting back into our regular formation. Rula, you were out a couple of weeks,
Right.
and Sam's
Formation.
out.
I feel like we're like a football team.
Yeah. Sam's out on maternity
Go
leave.
defense.
Special K's on vacation. And
It's the time for vacations.
the first week, it was literally just me and Kev. And, we played some of our favorite best ofs, and then Eric came back and we did some regular shows. And it was Eric and Ahmad and I, and it was kind of a sausage fest, and we admitted it. But
that's what we call the show.
The sausage
You
fest.
never know what's going to happen.
Wasn't it a movie by Seth Rogen? Sausage
It
Fest?
was.
Sausage party.
Party, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we weren't partying together like
No,
that.
I wish.
nothing like that.
I got champagne today, so.
Oh, that is true.
That's funny. Okay.
Our favorite man, Mr. Fartknocker, called in. Of course, he's always going after me.
Boy, so I'm glad this sausage fest is over. Hey, Ruler, you're going to have to start taking your phone and working remote. Can't take too much more of that. Every day I kept thinking it was a rerun episode, but it was just Ryan saying the same old story again. Shut up, Ryan.
That's funny. Hey, I've been lobbying for a road show from Greece for years for this show to go on vacation, and we could still do the show even though we're on vacation.
We also lobbied. We wanted to be able to do the show from other places if we had to.
Yes, from anywhere else.
said
We
no.
would work as
We
long
could
as
now
if we
with
had
the
to go out of
technology.
town with technology. All you need is a Mac, a mic, and a mixer, and you can broadcast around the
And you
world.
could have been on in the afternoon. And
I could have 100%
in
at 2
Greece.
o'clock at Greek time, that's 6 a.m. Houston time. I could have been like, hey, guys, I'm here.
yeah.
I could have done it.
But they're
Would
like-
you have wanted
They're
to?
probably like, oh, we know what Rule will do. She'll move to Greece for 5 months. Never
Hell
come
Oh, that's true.
Actually, let
But
me
she's
tell
got
you
kids
something.
here. You got to do
Yes,
that.
gotta go to school and do the stuff. Just it would have been helpful.
Yeah.
Now listen, do I really want to dedicate 4 hours of amazing beach time to that? Sure. I mean, if I was going to
For
be
a
there
few
for
days?
3 weeks, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I used to try and call in. We used to buy the it looked like it was called a tilicarta. It looked like a little gift card, and you had to stick it in the phone, and it had loaded up like it's a phone card. You load it up with minutes, and I used to have to call the radio station like that to like check in from Greece.
You were buying minutes to check in.
I was buying minutes to check in, and every time I was trying to call, it was like the wrong times. And now with just a Mac, a mic, and a mixer, I could have been broadcasting live
Wi-Fi.
from the
As
Aegean.
long as you got Wi-Fi.
It was so
Yeah.
amazing.
Now, we're going with some of our regular callers. You know, she's actually in the introduction of the listener line stager. Screw you, clown.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she called in.
I'm so sad the bro show is gone, but Eric, Ryan, Ahmad, Special K, I know he was there last week. You guys really held it down, especially during this tragedy. You kept us informed, but you also kept us laughing, and great job, guys. You really did well. It was nice to hear Ryan's stories without Regina George. Rula cutting him off all the time. So I'm going to miss your stories, Ryan. Well, at least all complete stories. And even Eric gets cut off all the time. But I miss Sam.
I miss Sam.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. It's like, let's keep the bus moving, can we?
Okay.
And plus,
Yeah, we'll
I
just
feel
go
like she definitely has had the most
She's
airtime
Oh,
on our
yeah.
listener line.
Oh,
and
she
our
brings it
drops.
every time. Now, Eric, what was
hilarious.
this about a stat that you were giving out the other day?
What do you mean?
Like,
That's very
it's going to be
vague.
boring. I did that bit. Did you know with Roe?
I'm going to play this.
No one knows my last name's Roe, but I go, hey, I'm going to do a segment
Yeah.
called Did You Know with Roe?
Maybe
like
maybe
that.
you
That's
can
fun.
enlighten
No.
us what this is about.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to comment on Eric's stat from the Wednesday show about 41,000 people going to the emergency room for being bit. You said 41,000 people. You didn't specify adults, kids, babies, toddlers, senior citizens. You just said people. I can believe it's 41,000. I think it's more. You know how many biting incidents daycares have to report from toddlers biting each other and biting teachers? You have at least 10 bites a day at a daycare. They're toddlers. They're babies. They don't know better. Have a good day, guys.
So you said
but I was saying
41,000
people
bites.
were biting a human and it had to go to the ER.
Oh.
So
41,000 humans
A year.
had bites a year.
Yeah, like get bit by another human.
Okay, a human to human bite, not a bug bite.
But think about it, my son used to, I remember, get bit on the cheek and those marks, and then you get that little paper that said it back in the day.
Oh, there's a boo-boo report.
A
But,
boo-boo
but,
report.
but they
yeah.
didn't take my kid to the ER.
No.
They just put some ice on it. So they don't count that. How would they have those stats? They can only go by, hey, hospital. Anything in here about someone
how
biting
bad
somebody?
was the
Yeah.
bite from another human that it took you to the hospital? That is breaking skin and bleeding.
I remember the first time I saw a real bad one was on Real World London.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
the guy was
God,
a punk
don't-
rocker,
oh,
and
so gross.
he was
bit?
singing, and he's like being punk, and he grabbed the guy in the front row and he kissed him.
What?
And that guy did not like that, bit his tongue off. Or
Oh, my
split it.
God. He bit his tongue
He
off?
tried to
Not
bite
off,
his
but
tongue off,
split
but
it,
it was
like-
real gross and it was bloody.
And he
It
had to
was
have that
nasty.
bandage on it for a long
nasty.
time. I'm like, what
happened
the?
to that guy?
Now,
Yeah.
Hi, I'm
was
Mr. Cool Jeans.
Mr.
rock
Cool
and rollin'.
Jeans.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if we were talking about this before the show, Eric. Like, did we even get this person's listener line call in? We've taken so many about the vacation and the expenses with a couple.
Play it. I don't know. If not, I know
remember if
Rula
we
hasn't heard
played
it.
this
I
or
can't
not.
remember.
Hey, guys. So I just got back from vacation with my wife and another couple, and it was just kind of an understanding that we were going to be splitting bills along the way. And, we would pick something up one night, they'd pick something up the other, but it seemed that they were always picking up the tab when it was like on something cheaper. And I want to say something to them. I feel like we picked up quite a bit of money, and that they didn't really pull their weight. My wife doesn't want me to say anything, so I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like I should say something.
He wants to say something.
That is tricky.
My in-laws told me when they went with a couple to Colorado or Napa.
Okay.
I got to find the app. I don't know what it is, but somebody probably knows this. What you do is, like, Ryan, you do tonight's dinner, and then you put it in there how much the bill was.
Okay.
And then you do tomorrow night's, and then it figures out at the end of it. Or anyone can just do it in the calculator. You just add up, here's what they were, and then we all split the money.
Yeah, you just make a note and you write down.
Because the other way is not really fair. Like, say...
I forget how it figures it out. It knows what you paid, and then...
Tonight, I took you guys all out, and we got some chicken from Popeyes, and then tomorrow night, Eric took us to Turner's Cut. There's going to be a bit of a difference in the price tag.
Yeah. Well, I have a house now.
It'll probably be the other way around.
So what's
I'll take the Popeyes.
What's our answer to this guy? His wife doesn't want him to say anything.
He can't say
My
anything.
question to you, sir,
It's too
who
late.
called the listener line, is how close are you to these people, and how badly do you want to stay friends with them? Because once you bring this up, if they think you're nickel and diming and you
it's
are
over.
ticked off because you know they cheaped out, it's never going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's never going to be the same.
You just eat it, and you just learn from that, and then...
And then you don't...
Next time,
don't fall for that again.
Next time we just...
Right.
Let's do 50-50. Just put 2 cards down.
That sucks, man. And if you don't like them a lot, then do bring it up. Then you have to talk to them.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
If you already don't like them that much and this took you over the edge, I say something. And you don't care if you lose the friendship. If you really like them and you don't want to cause the drama, like Eric just said, suck it up and now you just learn.
Am I weird? Because I don't... Like, when I go out to eat, I hate when someone wants to buy my food because then I feel like I can't get what I want.
You're obligated to keep it reasonable in
Like,
price.
say I want to get like a steak and
Yeah.
it's $52, and then they said, "Oh, I'm going to get the bill." I'll be like, "Oh crap! Now
Now I'm
Now I-
getting chicken
I
cutlet.
gotta
I can't get that truffle butter on it. That's
Chicken
$6
cutlet.
more."
Truffle butter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's always
Do we
on
have time for
mistake.
one more here?
Yep.
Okay, so this woman's complaining about her boss.
So I work at a very small company, and I basically run the whole company. The owner's very hands-off. I submit payroll, deal with scheduling, deal with the customers. I basically keep the company running. It came to payday on Monday, and my boss decided to tell me, he said he was not going to be able to afford to pay me this week and one of our other employees because we made too good of a check, and he didn't have enough in the account. I do profit reports for us. So I see how much we profit, how much we made, how much we're going spending. So I kind of confronted him and said, where is all our money going? He told me, he had personal bills to pay, he had other bills to pay. And I just said, hey, can you promise to pay me, next Monday? Because I was really counting on this check. I have several things to pay for that I was counting on this check for. Yes, I do have money saved. So I don't know what to do. When I asked if he could promise to pay me next Monday, he said, I can't make any promises. I've already done my job. I've already done everything that is required of me, so I don't understand why he can't pay his employees.
I wouldn't be going to work if I'm not
Hell
being
no.
paid.
Oh man,
I didn't even know what to say to that one.
He's taking advantage. The fact that they're like in a friendly situation.
that's a crappy
How
boss.
can he
You're
lie
not
to her
paying?
if she knows all the numbers? and
She's doing the
reports?
numbers.
And she's telling you, "Oh, well,
We're turning a profit."
He's saying, "I can't pay you. I can't
Then-
promise."
Then
What?
he has to pick. He should have picked somebody else to not pay that doesn't have the information she has.
You get your money and then you get the hell out of there. You tell your husband. If I found out my wife wasn't
Listen, if
getting paid,
he's telling you
and
they
still
don't
wanna
have money
work-
to pay you, that's
she called
already a
back.
bad sign.
She called back the next day about this.
Okay, what'd she say?
Hi, so this is the same lady who called about her boss not being able to pay her. So really my predicament is, this has happened before at this job and I actually quit because of it. But I came back because, they couldn't survive without me. And my fiance said, hey, if this ever happens again or your boss treats you bad, you have to quit. So I have not told my fiance that he has not paid me yet. Luckily, I have enough money saved where it's not a big deal. I hate keeping this from my spouse, the person I love, and he's the love of my life. So I'm just torn on what to do and kind of need some advice because I do feel really bad keeping it from him. But just let me know. Thank you.
You can't keep that from him.
No, you got to be honest with your boyfriend, but he's going to insist that, or fiance, he's going to insist that you quit that job.
Yes, which is
You're being
correct.
taken advantage of.
He's correct.
Absolutely.
And you said you're the one that keeps it together?
You're holding that whole place together. You need to.
Well, then if you're holding together, why don't you start your own company?
Exert some power here. You control everything.
Sounds like a pretty easy way to do it. You just have people work for you. You don't pay them.
Oh my God!
I could be that boss.
You can't. Stop.
That's what that guy's doing.
I know, but obviously she needs to walk out on him to. I mean, if it's happened before,
he's got to be taught a lesson.
That's not very good.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me like she enjoys her job. Otherwise, I mean, why would you stay?
I don't know why do I feel like the audience is like, she's annoying. Move on.
I know. Yeah, it's like
I don't know. I mean, I
enjoy
I feel
your
for
job.
her predicament, but if you know the answer in the telling us of the problem.
Yeah, I think you
in
solved
telling
your own
us
problem.
her problem, she's telling us the answer.
Someone
also.
said you need to report him to the Texas Workforce Commission. And that website I was talking about is called Splitwise.
Splitwise?
I Googled it. It's
for
it's a free
vacation?
mobile and web application designed to simplify the process of splitting shared expenses.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
So Splitwise, if you go with a group like on a vacation.
I think that's how I got into the whole me picking up the tab every time. I just got tired of people arguing and
But you don't
going
drink.
back and forth. Now that's where it's unfair. Like, because if we're
Somebody
at
gets
a
a bottle
dinner,
of wine, it's over.
Yeah,
I'm not,
somebody
I'm not
buys a
picking up
bottle
that
of
whole
wine.
thing.
I was at a dinner and
And you
somebody
got the whole
bought a bottle of wine and add $200 to the bill, and I'm like, oh,
$200?
this isn't
Jeez.
fair.
No, that's not cool.
Just put that separate. Like, I went to Korean barbecue with like 8 people.
Yeah.
I was the only one that ordered a bottle of soju for the table.
Sure.
I was like, I'll split my cost and add the soju to this tab.
Right,
So
like you picked up the wine because you're the one,
Don't
right?
drink
Or
it.
like whatever the drink was.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was your choice to order that, and then you just let people have some.
Just
if they
say,
want
add
some.
this drink to mine. You know, it's not as
Did
hard.
anyone
as-
drink any of it?
Yeah, I bought shots for the table.
I see.
So, yeah.
So I'd be like, look at it, like, oh, you want some now, huh? For
Yeah.
like $2.
Okay, and
$2
listen,
per shot.
Speaking of the split, this is an interesting topic also because we are on vacation mode. Like a lot of people are in vacation brain. It's the summertime. You really have to discuss with your fellow travelers. How deep are we getting into the split? Is it the nickel and diming, or are we just going to use that Splitwise from the get-go and let's go? Because it could be like Ahmad, me, Eric, and Ryan. We're all going to be together, and I picked up $16 worth of water bottles and juice. And then 3 days later, I got $40 worth of sandwiches and blah, 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 blah. And then Eric got some waters and Ryan got some waters. And then you're looking at your receipts, you're like, oh, well, it's just some waters. I'll just eat that one. Okay, well, if we eat all of that, then I've eaten like $100 of,
Yee.
you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Adds up.
you have to figure out what are you willing to eat, quote, and what are you willing to just be like, no, this is part of what I contribute, so I need to get split back on.
Like
Splitwise is a good app, I guess.
I think, why were you so afraid to ask? Like, my brother-in-law owes me for like 50 since April of last year. We have a storage unit. It's like $250 a month, and I've been paying for it.
And y'all split
It's
it?
supposed to be split. And I mean, he would pay. I just keep forgetting. Or
just
then
need
I'm
to
like,
tell him.
yeah, I just want to tell him. I'm like, that's like a couple $1,000, man.
Wait, is this the person that does my finances?
Yeah, and he would do it. If
I'll
I
have
told
to.
him.
I'll have to have a little
It's
chat
okay. His
with him.
wife hears the show. His wife hears the show. She'll tell
But
him.
the problem is my wife and him will buy like concert tickets. He'll like get the tickets. It's like say $400, and then you end up having those running tabs. Oh, you got this, and you have to sit down together and say, oh,
Figure out who's paid for
yeah.
what.
Sometimes people just want to know. They don't know what they owe.
I know the
Don't
call
be
I'm
afraid to
having.
ask.
I know the call I'm having today.
Oh, don't say anything to him.
So I hear that.
You're not paying for
short
your
my
storage unit.
coworker.
Hey, Eric sold me all this stuff out of the storage unit.
Yeah,
He doesn't feel like storing anymore. From
Yeah.
Storage Wars. Yeah. All right, coming up next in Scoop, now that yet another Superman movie is out.
Awesome, too.
The best superhero movies of all time have been ranked.
Oh.
And what you think is in the top 10 might not be in the top 10.
If it's not The Dark Knight, it's number one. Then
The Dark Knight's got to be. That's the best
It's not number one.
ever made.
Well, then I
It's
do
not
not want to
number
hear
one.
it.
And this
This
list
list
is
sucks.
crap.
Where is The Dark Knight on this list? It's not number one. You'll hear it next on KRVE.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood. Celebrity Scoop on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas, and there's a new Superman movie that is out, and it just adds
And
to
Ryan, what do
another.
you think it is?
I would say thumbs up. I mean, it's just a fun movie. Don't listen to the hype. It's not political. It's not this or that. This guy is so good as Superman. I had my doubts. I think the costume looks kind of dumb with the red underpants, but other than that, it's just such a fun movie.
I was today years old when I found this out. Will Reeve from ABC News is Christopher Reeve's actual son.
Yeah, he's got a cameo.
No idea. I had no idea. He's ABC News correspondent Will Reeve. That's Christopher Reeve's son. He is the original Superman from 1978. And there's a list of the best superhero movies of all time. Dark Knight is not number one.
It should be. The one with Heath Ledger as the Joker, I think that is by far the best comic book movie ever made.
And honestly, guys, I'm just going to be the reader of this story because I feel so disconnected because I did not hook on to the, Marvel World, DC Comics.
You will now.
I think Eric Ahmad and I are good judges of
I know,
this.
I'm just saying, there was a time in my career, in my life, where we would be the ones that we left the show and went straight to the theater, see the new Spider-Man, let's go see that. Let's go see this. Let's go see this. And somewhere along the way, I just fell off the wagon with this.
Yeah, it's not a priority in your life.
It was too many.
That's why I'm
Disney. I can't keep up.
Disney Plus, they do all these Midnight Moon Guy or whatever, the Moon Guy.
Too many superhero
Moon Night
series.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Then they have the Skrulls or whatever, Samuel Jackson Invasion. There's so many of them. Loki. Well, Loki was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
What do they call them? What do they call them when they're
WandaVision was good.
Scroll-offs? What do they call them? Spin-offs.
But they do all these things to keep their world going, but they got to fill content. But I'm just you're kind of watering down
too much.
It's just so many because when you look at this full list, it's so many.
What's the top 5?
The top 5. Avengers Endgame from 2019 is the 5th best superhero movie of all time.
It was good. Yeah.
They built that up. I love how they took their time for 10 years.
Yeah.
They had a plan.
DC didn't do that. They went straight into trying to make a Justice League.
And it was crap. And now this new reboot that they're doing with Superman, it's really setting things up nicely, and it's going to be fun.
The number 4 best superhero movie of all time is Guardians of the Galaxy from 2014.
That was a good surprise, too, because we didn't think that. We never... We're like, who are these characters?
Yeah. That's James Gunn. That's James Gunn made this. He's responsible. He's heading up DC now, and he's the one who did Guardians, but he did the new Superman movie.
This is all, by the way, brought to you by USA Today. They're the ones that rank this. Number 3 from 2014 also, Captain America, the Winter Soldier versus... I guess the original Captain America versus the 14 other Captain Americas I feel like there are.
Yeah. Those all blend together for me. I can't even remember.
That's when you found out Bucky was alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Beaver?
Okay.
Is it
Bucky
the Beaver?
No, not Bucky's Beaver. But that one was
Sebastian
almost like
Stan or something.
That was almost like an Avengers movie because you had so many of the Avengers in it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Was that one they did? No, you're thinking of the third one.
Civil War. Because that was the one.
Winter Soldier is number 3 on the list. Captain America, Winter Soldier. And I'm sorry, I have to ask this because it sounds so dumb, but like I said, I haven't kept up. Wasn't Chris Evans the original Captain America, and then somehow Chris Pratt turned into this?
No, he's Guardians.
No, that's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Anthony Mackie is Captain America.
He takes over in the comic books.
Yeah.
And what's Chris Pratt's character name?
He's Star-Lord.
I forget his name. Peter Quill.
Peter
Great.
Quill. Yeah.
Number 2 is where you think number 1 should be. Dark Knight 2008 is the number 2 best superhero movie of all time, according to USA Today.
By him dying, he would have been so great in the 90s.
Can you imagine?
To do more.
What we didn't get because Heath Ledger passed away. What we didn't get.
So good.
Damn, he was good.
Sucks. Number 1 best movie, superhero movie of all time, according to USA Today. There are 50 on the list. If you go to usatoday.com, you can see the whole 50.
That's part of the problem right there. Like Eric said, there's 50 comic book movies. That's too many.
Exactly.
Oh.
The number 1 movie they have crowned the 1978 version of Superman.
Oh, he was
the
so
movie.
good. Yeah.
The original with Christopher Reeve.
Because nobody had done a movie that epic before, ever in the history of film. It was so big. I mean, even now, if you watch it today, yes, there's dated stuff in it, but it's just it's a cute movie.
Was that one with Gene Hackman in that one?
Yeah,
yes,
where
Gene
he's
Hackman's
Lex Luthor.
Okay, by the way, when I was looking through the list of the top 50, because we're not going through the top 50, I mean, you guys should be outraged, but I laugh because number 37 is Iron Man. And Iron Man got beat out at number 36 by Sky High from 2005. And I love that movie.
I was hoping it was on the list.
It is, Amon. I love that movie
I took my
so
daughter
much.
to see that when she was a little girl.
That movie is so good.
I was going to make a joke. Is Sky High on the list?
It's on the list, honey. It's number 36. I love it.
We had the writer in the studio. Remember, he's from Houston that wrote that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I do.
It's such a fun movie.
And
Kelly Preston, Kurt Russell are superhero parents who have a child that they're hoping is also the superhero. But there's the
Sidekick?
high school is for sidekicks and superheroes, and he's more of a sidekick, and it's amazing. And actually, he's the kid that plays their child was the son of, was Will and Grace really hot back then, or he's the son, I guess, of some. He was like the character son of one big sitcom character at the time. That's how I knew his face.
Well,
he
wasn't.
It's basically like if LeBron James and his son Bronny. He's playing for the Lakers now, but he sucks compared to his dad, which isn't fair because his dad's
the GOAT.
No, Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
Michael Jordan's the GOAT. That's for sure.
One of the GOATs.
Want to be GOAT. He'll say he's the GOAT, but he's not the GOAT, but still he's pretty awesome.
Sky High is so cute. If you have kids that are growing up, and it's just, y'all, it's such a cute movie because of the whole idea of the sidekicks and the superheroes, and there's actually a school for them, and it's the same thing as like getting bullied in high school in the bathrooms, like throwing them around like the thing, but they're superheroes.
I just don't see how that's
fight back.
Right.
Better
it was
than
such
Iron
a cute
Man,
movie.
though.
Iron Man started all of this.
It really did. The Marvel universe.
The Marvel world?
Technically Blade. Technically Blade.
But Blade wasn't setting up the Marvel universe. They did that.
The universe.
Yes.
Well, that's what it
the-
says here on the USA Today article for Iron Man. It says Jon Favreau's action-packed character study turned out to be a game changer because it kicked off what would become the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Think about what Jon Favreau's done.
And all because of Elf.
Elf.
He did
All because
Elf.
of Elf.
He did.
Because Jon Favreau took on Elf and he became a super success. Then it gave him the road to get to Iron Man.
Did he do, what was the first?
Swingers.
But also the Disney movies, live action. He did the first one.
Oh, where he brought like a cartoon
Liking?
into.
Was it Jungle Book or was it one of those?
What was the
Look it
first
up,
live
see-
action one?
Jon Favreau, whatever he did, he was like,
Was that the one with
he's on fire.
Brendan Fraser?
And he also brought in Star Wars. He did the
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Like, this guy's done a lot of cool stuff. And then what's the
he's
one
a
where
fan.
He's happy. That's happy for
Yeah,
him.
I'm happy.
Right,
Yeah. He also did, what else did he do? The Chef. That's a really underrated
that
movie.
is
I saw that one too. That was
underrated.
good.
Chef?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he buys a food truck, takes his son because they got divorced or something. And
Yes.
takes him with him to go around them.
Huh.
His Chef is a really great show.
I'll have to check
It's
that
amazing.
out.
Miami, he wants to make a Cuban sandwich.
It was a Cuban sandwich that
I've
made him
seen
famous. Jon Favreau directed and produced the live-action adaptations of Jungle Book and Lion King.
Yes.
2016, 2017,
okay.
Like,
2019.
think about it, he started that. He started the Marvel Universe. This guy's
Yeah.
a genius.
Yeah.
Really, he is. And we just thought he was just this one guy who, was on the movie Swingers with Vince Vaughn, and he was in Friends because Monica thought they were
But the
getting married.
directing, it all started with Elf because he was steadfast in his belief that he wanted to make it look like one of those 1960s claymation things, like Rudolph and Santa Claus is coming to town. He wanted to have that kind of stop motion claymation photography in it. And, like, hey, buddy, hope you find your dad.
That's his voice.
Oh, he did it?
And that's Jon Favreau's voice, the Mr. Narwhal. Thanks, Mr. Narwhal.
And he's so versatile. He's in what's the one where they went on a couples retreat? Yeah, couples retreat.
Couples Retreat. That's what it's
Oh,
called.
my God, that was
And then the
crazy.
breakup.
Yeah,
And he's really good friends with Peter Billingsley, Vince Vaughn, and Jon Favreau. And one more of them.
I just like him a lot.
Who else? The 4-pack of them are like the 4-pack friends.
And it's so weird to
like
see.
Adam Sandler has his circle of friends that do things.
The breakup and the scene where they're all at the table singing at the dinner. Our friend Elaine, she's in that. She's
Wait, in the breakup, they're all singing.
the Tone Rangers. Like they're
Oh,
at
you're
dinner.
saying the dinner that
Rangers?
causes the fight for the breakup. Okay.
Because Rip is one of them.
Yes,
From Yellowstone.
yes,
and he
yes.
looks so different.
Totally different.
And then I forget who, our friend Elaine, she's in that scene. She lives here in Houston. Her kids went to school together.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so whenever I see that, I look for her. I'm like, hey, you're in that big scene.
If you've never seen The Breakup, if you are single and dating, you need to watch The Breakup so
playing
you
a
can
lot.
understand women.
Yeah.
If he would just have understood what she was
They
saying.
both could have been together.
They could have been together, and it was a matter of words. It was a matter
It's
of
her fault,
words.
too, though. She's playing games. Like, if you want to stay, then stay. Don't just play those games. Like, remember she got her body waxed?
It started out with you don't get what I'm trying to tell you, and then it turned into that game where you're just like being stubborn, and it's about the principle of
And
it.
sometimes guys are dumb.
And you're
We
like,
don't
oh my
realize
God,
it.
just tell him already.
Yeah.
But he screwed up big time when he didn't show up to that concert.
Yeah.
That was his chance.
I don't think that is a
He
movie
stood her
for
up.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Not after my last 6
Hey, you should
months.
watch it.
Unless is the premise of the movie screwing a bunch of other guys or what?
Is that why she dumped you?
Just a long.
Got him.
Oh man,
Got him.
you.
Ryan screwed a bunch of guys.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. She didn't know you had the grinder out. All right, well, there's news you need to know brought to
Let's
you by.
get Tech is Fiber. All right, coming up next, it's time for the Friday Free for All.
We're going to get in the mood for the weekend, friends. Florence and the Machine, Jay-Z, BB Rexa, and Special K is an exclusive jungle mashup of Ludacris. What?
Whoa.
Stay tuned for it next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.